Well, looks like your man Gene can't keep that energy, man. It's a sad day, man. It's sad. It's pathetic that you know somebody that I teach, discipline, morals, you know, uh, stuff like that or whatever. Try to be humble. All the main things of the important things of being a man. Try to teach this boy, and he just don't listen, man. So now he just wants to run away like a coward, cause he ain't on top. What I mean, he ain't got no more DJ songs to play, no Polo G or whatever. What I mean, whatever that New York music is now that they play, whatever. They ain't even got their own style, but he ain't got no songs to play. What I mean? No DJ records to scratch. He lost again. He ain't gonna make the playoffs. Even if he do make the playoffs by the skin of his teeth, he ain't gonna do nothing because his team is trash. And I mean, he ain't all jubilant and all that on the camera or whatever. So, like I said, I just try to tell him to keep that same energy, man. Like if you're gonna stay quiet the whole time or whatever, when you're losing, do that when you're winning. And when you're gonna be cheering for yourself and celebrating and doing the cabbage patch when you're winning, you gotta do that when you lose, man. But he just don't listen. So now I got to go ahead and do this recap again, because your man don't want to keep that same energy. He was happy to do it. What was it, last week when or one of them weeks when I lost or whatever, and I was ready to do it or whatever. You feel what I'm saying? But you know how it goes, man. So I'm on here, just staying humble as usual, taking it one game at a time. So let's get into my matchup because I did get the high score, thankfully, for once. I didn't had so many close calls or whatever. Barely got that one out there, but I'm thankful. So I get the high score. Congratulations to me for a score of 155.88. Was able to edge out Steven Sylvester any given Sunday, who had 148.32. He would have got the high score and he would have beat me. I've been there before where, hey man, just was fortunate, man. So it was a good matchup. Was able to get that. Let's go over the scores. I mean, to be honest, Leonard Fournette saved me. He saved me. Because it was looking bad. I thought I was going to take the L this week. He saved your boy. So he came through with a strong 44 points. I got 27 or 28 points from Elijah Mitchell. Thankful he came back or whatever off of injury. Um, and I got 28 points from Matt Stafford. Um, 22 from Austin Eckler. And then I didn't even play my best, man. Like, I got 2 points from the Panthers defense, no points from the tight end. I was thinking about picking up Jack Doyle because he was going to play the Bucks. The defense is sorry or whatever, but I wanted to take the safe route and I didn't want to gamble. And he ended up scoring like 20 points or whatever. But I picked up Hooper, who was putting up solid points or whatever. Past couple weeks, he ain't do nothing. Jamar Chase, second week in a row, he ain't really give me nothing. He only gave me 6.9. Godwin only gave me 4.7. James Robinson was able to give me 13 points or whatever, but not too much. And then Travis Kelsey was on the bye, so yeah, man. I was just glad to get that off. I had Jacoby Myers on the bench, 14.8, but I wasn't gonna play him over anybody else that I had or whatever. So yeah, man, I was thankful to get that high score. Even with the lackluster production around the board. Um, Steven, he had some, he was killing. He had his kicker gave him 21 points, which is crazy. Bucks defense, even though they're terrible, they still came up opportunistic and gave him 13 points. Dawson Knox gave him 18 points. Keenan Allen gave him 15 and a half. Hunter Renfrow gave him 21.6. Darrell Henderson gave him 17.3, and Justin Herbert gave him 23. Christian McCaffrey sucks for him. He's out for the season too, man. So that's a big blow. He only gave him 3.5. Yeah, man, that's tough. But you do have Hubbard still. I should have kept him. I should have just kept him. He's got Hubbard as a backup on the bench. So who knows? So we was able to pull that out. I moved to 9-3, still in second place. Steven Sylvester moves to 7-5, who's currently in fifth place. All right, next matchup we got in Joe D. We Trust, able to pull out the victory at 3-9 over Fear the Beard with the upset, 132 to 123. In Joe D. We Trust, he got 35 points from Josh Allen. Miles Gaskin gave him 19. Rob Gronkowski gave him 19. Browns defense gave him 11. Mason Crosby gave him 12. Didn't really have much on his bench that he would have played and made any other difference. So he played everything and he was supposed to play on that. Fear the Beard, he didn't get much from Jalen Hurts. He gave him only 6. That kind of messed him up. DeAndre Swift got hurt, only gave him 4 points. Miles Sanders only gave him 7.4. He did get 19 from Odell Beckham. Justin Jefferson only gave him 13. T. Higgins came up big, gave him 23 points. Patriots defense gave him 24. And he did have Jamal Williams on the bench for 13.3, but he got a lot of garbage points because DeAndre Swift got hurt. So, yeah, that's a tough one, but you do have him since Swift got hurt. Don't know if he's going to be back or not. Not sure. But close one right there. He beat you by 9 points. Yeah, really, it's kind of hard. Like, yeah, if Swift didn't get hurt, you could have won that one, to be honest. But things happen. So, Fear the Beard is still in third place at 7-5. Still bringing up the rear, and Joe D. We Trust at 3-9. All right, next we got Senior. No, now he's not Senior Benny anymore. Now he's back to Senior Basura. I seen you do your little trade or whatever with other homeboy that was talking all that wild crazy stuff or whatever. You feel what I'm saying? But looks like you take the L. 4-8. Yeah, karma. Yeah, but stay humble. Stay humble. That's the thing of the day. So he loses 121-62 to 145 to A-Town Roy's. Senior Basura. Let's see. He got 20 points from Javonte Williams. J.D. McKissick gave him 22. Jaden Waddle gave him 28. T.J. Hawkinson gave him 12.5. He didn't really get anything else and don't have much on his bench. He did have Tyreek Hill on a bye, but it is what it is. I mean, you ain't got no depth, so. And then A-Town Roy's with the win. He had Aaron Rodgers gave him 30 points. Cordell Patterson gave him 27.5. Deebo Samuel gave him 21. Dolphins defense gave him 23. He also had Damian Harris on his bench that gave him 12.2. He also has Deontay Foreman. He got 10.2. So he could have swapped that out instead of starting Tony Jones Jr. I mean, I see why you started him, but I probably wouldn't have done that. But, it is what it is. He still got the win. So he moves to fourth place at 7-5. Senior Benny is in 10th. Senior Basura is in 10th with 4-8. Next we have my nephew Gene loses again. Yeah, it's tough, man, but that's how it is, man. He's got 104 to Broccoli Jets at 138. Let's look at my nephew's squad. He got 20 points from Stephon Diggs, 14 points from DJ Moore. Had Joe Burrow, only gave him 18. Could have started Russell Wilson, but wouldn't have mattered. You just got whooped. He did have Dontrell Hilliard on the bench, had 18 points. Could have started him over Ramondre Stevens. Still would have got whooped. Broccoli Jets got 29 points from Dak Prescott, 20 points from A.J. Dillon, 15 points from Jarvis Landry. Devontae Adams gave him 18 points. Deontay Johnson, 18 points. 20 points by the kicker Nick Folk. Also had Antonio Gibson on the bench. that gave 24 points, and Tony Pollard with 16.8. So could have swapped them out as well, and still would have whooped on Gene even more. So it happens. Be humble. Yeah, BK Black Knights 4-8. You're at 11th place, loses to the champ, who's making a last minute run. Is in 6th place at 6-6. Score was 110 to 100. So BK Black Knights, why didn't you pick up Cam Newton? You was singing his praises and how good he is, and I digress. Yeah, so Patrick Mahomes was on a bye. Yeah, you had to bank on a lot, and you tried to trade Tyreek Hill to your boy, Senior Benny. I seen that. That wasn't gonna work. That wasn't gonna work. You might as well have traded somebody else, but they would help you out a little bit better. But two bums is gonna work together and whatever. So he had to start Ben Roethlisberger. He only gave him 11 or 10.5 points. Daryl Mooney gave him 17.5. Brandon Ayuk gave him 12.5, and Pat Freiermuth, whatever, gave him 14 points. You did get 13 points from the what you call it, the Cincinnati Bengals kicker. And you did have Van Jefferson on your bench, 18.3. He would have helped out. Probably would have got you to win if you would have started him over. Let me see. Well, you would have had to. I mean, it's a tough play because, I mean, I would have. Cole Beasley and Van Jefferson could go either way. I probably would have started Van Jefferson um, over Beasley, but I don't know. That's why you are where you are. But better luck next time. Shortest yard, Lamont Jones, he had Cam. Got lucky with this one. Could have lost this one. He went with Cam, only gave him 6 points. Should drop him. He's terrible. I mean, you do got Kyler Murray on the